Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I have been on WW for 15 months, and I have lost 55 pounds so far. I have about 5 pounds left, and I will be at goal, so I'm excited about that. But I have, of course, taken it a little slower than some people, but it works for me, and I am eating like I plan on eating the rest of my life. So I just wanted to come on here today and give you an idea of 5 items that I use in my kitchen that helps me with my WW journey. So the first thing I have is something that I don't know how anybody could do Weight Watchers without. It's something that you use, or I use all the time. It's very important. It can be cheap, it can be expensive, but I was able to get it at WW, and it was on sale 75% off. I think because they were coming out with the new program, and we're coming out with a new one of these. But it is a scale, a kitchen scale, but it still measures and weighs just like any other scale. I don't say you have to have a WW scale. You can have any scale, but you really need to be able to have a scale. And the few items on here that I really think is important is being able to measure in both ounces and grams, and being able to zero out the scale or tear the scale so that you don't measure the weight of your bowls. Or if you're mixing ingredients together on it, you can put your however much ingredient in there, zero it out, put the next ingredient, zero it out, and that way you don't have to use lots of different, say, bowls to keep all those ingredients in. This is a #1 thing that I think every WW member should have. Now remember, you can get them for a lot cheaper in the stores or on eBay or Amazon, but just make sure you have a good scale. The next thing that I use quite often is something that helps make breakfast easy, quick and easy, and it's just cute, and I like it. So what I have is this little waffle maker. It's from Dash, and this one has a snowflake on it because I got it when it was clearance, and it was only a few dollars, and I just didn't mind having a snowflake on the bottom throughout the whole year. Some people don't like that. I'm easy. Let's see. So this is really good to make your waffles, of course. You can also make chaffles, which is you take your egg and some cheese and mix it together and put half of the ingredients in here. Go ahead and cook it up, take it out, put the other half of the ingredients in here, cook it up, take it out, and then you can put bacon slices in between, and it's like a cheese and egg on the outside and bacon on the inside. Really good. And I'm sure there's other things you can use these for, but those are my 2 major things that I use them for. All right, the next item is something that I would have never thought I would need this. And I guess it's not actually a need, but it does help make things easy. I really like to make those McMuffin type sandwiches for the morning for breakfast, and this really makes it easy. This is one of those plastic egg cookers, and you put it in your microwave. So all you do is spray this right here, put your egg in there, scramble it up, close it up, stick it in the microwave for 40 seconds, and you have an egg that fits perfectly on an English muffin. Or if you just want to eat it as a scrambled egg, you can do that too, which I do that often also. It's easy, it goes right in the dishwasher, it's dishwasher safe, and it's just a little thing. I actually found mine in the thrift store. So you might be able to find them there, or I'm sure they have them. You can order them online. Not real sure, but if I find it, I'll let you know. All right, this is something that I use quite often when I'm making recipes, and especially if they have onions in them. because you know onions make you cry, and anytime it's easier to make something and help you not cry, then that's a win for me. So let me show you what I got here. It is a little food processor. Now I used to have an even smaller one, but it wore out. Now of course I had it for probably 15 years and it wasn't very expensive and it did the same thing, just couldn't do as much at one time. But this one, I just quarter my onions and stick them in here, and you can either chop it or puree it. So I use that for onions, I use it for vegetables, I use it for if I need to, say, take some stewed tomatoes and make them into like sauce instead of whole tomatoes, stick that in there. Anytime I need to, say, mix together some diced vegetables, I can throw them all in there and get them diced at one time. But mainly just anything that needs to be chopped, this works well, and it is tough, so it can do carrots, onions, potatoes, anything you want to stick in there. Now this one is a KitchenAid, which I love, and I love pink so this is one of my favorites, but my mom got this for me and they are not inexpensive. So if you don't want to spend quite this much money on this, and you don't have someone that wants to buy it for you for Christmas or your birthday, then just go look for any kind of small food processor. You can find them all over the place, and you can probably get them for less than $20. All right, and the last thing I have that's easy little, I guess, item from the kitchen that I use quite often is something you may not even think about, because I really hadn't thought about it, but it does help you with storing your items if you like to store them like I do, your leftovers or just about anything, but mostly leftovers. This item I actually got out of a kit that you can things with, and I found that didn't really need the rest of it because I don't really do canning, but this is a handy item. It's one of those funnels that you use for canning, and I'll give you an extra little tip here. When I have my leftovers, I like to put my leftovers in a jar. So I'll stick that right in there, and then it gives me a bigger hole to stick my leftovers in to get it into the jar. And then when I have my jar full with whatever the leftovers are, I will put what it is and how many points, stick it in my freezer, and it makes it much easier to figure out what I want for, say, lunch, because I eat a lot of leftovers for lunch, or even dinner if I don't want to cook a new meal. But this is a handy tool. I didn't have one until I was 52 years old, but that's okay. And so I just stick that in there and put whatever kind of leftovers that will fit in a jar. And then the other good thing about using a jar, and I haven't had but one problem, is you can go ahead and take this out of the freezer, and I will run it under warm water just to get the really cold off of it. Take the lid off and stick it in the microwave, and it will cook right in the microwave in this jar. And then if I need to put it in another bowl or something later, I can do that and finish it up or eat it. And actually, if you do it like this, if you go to work and you have a microwave at work and you don't want to use too many dishes, you can eat right out of here. And actually, this is sheet pan chicken Phillies, which were really good. They're 8 points like this, and then if you put it on a roll, it's a couple more points. But I think I might have this for lunch today. All right, well, those are the 5 items that let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, got them all. Those were the 5 items that I thought you might be interested in seeing, and it's things that I use in my kitchen all the time to make WW easier. All right, well, keep doing your best, track your foods, and make sure you get out, have some fun, and keep smiling. Bye.